Hey, what's up? It's Ipan from Justscription, and if you're just into the world of streaming, let's say you stream on Twitch, Facebook, or any equivalent platform, or you are just into the world of audio technology, you might have seen these items being used by a large number of people. So this is what we call windscreen, or some people call it foam screen or wind filter. There are so many names for this one, and this is widely known as pop filter. So why do people actually use these items? First, I need to explain you the meaning of plosives. So plosives are strong blasts of wind that produced by vocals usually that hits the microphone's diaphragm and causes it to deform or distort for a very short period of time. So this is usually caused by strong pronunciations of consonants like P's and B's. Let me try to demonstrate these plosives. So let me just get my mouse straight to the microphones. Let's pronounce. All right, Peter. Okay, I'll get the windscreen off so you will notice it better. Sorry for the rumble. Plosives. Balls. No, not plosives. Peter. Balls. Peter. Balls. 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 Those are plosives. Alright, let's get this windscreen back. Sorry for the rumble. Alright. This video is not sponsored by Boya. So now you know what plosives are. So let's get to the first item, which is the pop filter. So the purpose of pop filter is to prevent this wind, this air, to travel and hit the microphone's diaphragm. So some pop filters, they diffuse the wind, and some pop filters, they deflect the wind. So because there are some types of pop filter, there is a metal mesh pop filter, and there is the most common one, which is a nylon pop filter, like the one I'm holding right now. So another item is windscreen. So primarily, windscreen is to block out any wind that comes from any directions. So usually they will cover around the microphones. Around the microphone, like this one, it covers around the microphones. But do they reject or at least reduce plosives? Well, yeah, because of their thickness. Because usually they are very squishy, and they are very thick. Well, depending on the windscreen itself, but usually they will be at least an inch thick. Yeah, but let's say that you do not have any of these items and you still want to get clean audio that doesn't have plosives in it. Well, actually there are some alternatives that you can do to avoid plosives most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. And the first method is probably the one that I prefer the most, and I always do it actually without having any kind of like windscreen or pop filter in front of my face. So the first method is all about positioning. Well, the second method is all about positioning too, but instead of having your microphone pointing straight to your mouth like this, put it 45 degrees to the side of your mouth, and that is basically it. That is the first method. But what is the reason? What is the reason for this? Why? Well, instead of that puff of wind go straight to the microphone's diaphragm, it will go passing the microphone's diaphragm, and it will not hit that strong blast of wind will not hit the microphone's diaphragm, because it goes straight over here, not goes straight over here. Yeah. So let's try a tongue twister and let's compare two positions. All right. Peter Pan picked a pack of pickled peppers. 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 Alright, so that is the first method, and let's go to the second method. And this is probably a method that I don't usually use because I don't really prefer it, but yeah, it works. So the second method is make a distance between your mouth and your microphones. Let me just, because this is a tripod actually. Okay. Alright, probably this kind of like distance. Okay, this is quite far, but yeah, what is the reason for this particular method? Well, the reason for this particular method is that when you say those B's and P's, those pops, well, it will create a strong blast of wind, but it gets to spread or diffuse first, and it will not get to distort or deform the microphone's diaphragm. So let's try a tongue twister again. So let's have it quite near to my mouth. Peter Pan picked a pack of pickled peppers. 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 But yeah, as I say that I don't really prefer this particular method is because that I will sound very far and very quiet. Thus, I need to bring up the microphone's gain somehow, and the background noise will be more noticeable. But yeah, I know that I can fix that in post. Yeah, I know I can fix that in Audacity. But yeah, I have a second reason, and the second reason is that let's say that I want to do this kind of like proximity effect, wanting to sound close, personal, and maybe mysterious. Well, I cannot do that with this distance. So yeah, I don't really prefer this particular methods. There are some situations that you need to place the microphone quite far from your mouth, and yeah, you can do it like this to prevent plosives in your audio recording. So yeah, let's get the windscreen back on the microphones. Sorry for the rumbles. So yeah, there you go. Those are two items that I could come out based on my experience and some learning that I did on how you can avoid these nasty plosives without having any of these items around. But I'm not saying that you should not buy a pop filter or a windscreen for your microphones, because these items are amazing. They are just awesome, because they will ensure you better that you will not get plosive in your recording. But right now I'm talking about alternatives, because let's say that you don't have any kind of like windscreen that are suitable for your microphone, or you don't have any pop filter around. There are some alternatives available for you to avoid plosives most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. So yeah, I guess that's it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.